Wednesday, September 18th, the Three Mics have a real big surprise. We're coming to Columbus, Ohio, to the Attic Comedy Club. The show is at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets at theatticcomedy.com. See you there.
I went out with a girl one time. Like, we were doing fine on Tinder, but like when we got in person, we didn't know how to communicate. And so in her attempt to be like seductive, she said, "So just so you know, you're gonna love me because like I've had my tonsils out." Cool. And I appreciated what she was going for. Like, hey, don't worry, I have no gag reflex. I was flattered she thought that would be an issue. Look, I'm not saying it's small, ladies, but like it is the easiest blowjob you'll ever have to give. It's not really a blowjob, it's more like an unpaid blow internship.
Deadpool Wolverine crossed the $1 billion mark in the box office.
Didn't it break the record for R-rated movies, surpassing Passion of the Christ?
Domestic, yeah.
The Passion of the Christ was R?
It was, yeah. I know, when you compare it to today's R, it's nothing. But yeah, it was the highest, the biggest box office for a domestic box office for a rated R movie.
Oh, Passion of
So what not domestic movie is better?
So it already had the global record, but it had never made that much money domestically before. The rest of its money had been made outside of the U.S.
Oh, okay.
This is the most rated movie a rated R movie has made at the domestic box office. Because Americans went out in droves to see Passion of the Christ over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
So while Deadpool has had these rated R movie records on a global scale, it's never had it on just domestic alone. Up until now.
So even the older Deadpools had the global one?
It had it on a global level, but not on a domestic level.
Gotcha.
Spencer Steer just home run.
Passion of the
Look
Christ.
next to you, Vander.
Should have just made 3.
You just left Wells hanging so hard.
Spencer Steer just hit a home run. Against Sonny Gray, though.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Fuck him. He's not with us anymore.
I never saw Passion of the Christ because I hate Jews. No,
well, you're going to love the ending.
He'll love the movie then. So does the guy who made it. I watched it years after it came out.
I really did. I watched it. I think it's what caused Jim Caviezel to be fucking weird.
You don't
Who's
say.
that?
Yeah.
The guy who played Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was supposed to be like his big break. Because
I thought Mel Gibson played Jesus.
No, he just directed the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really misleading.
Hey,
so I remember them always calling it Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ.
Because it's his movie, because he made it. I know.
Cruz home run.
Let's go.
Sorry. I'm watching the game at the same
Sonny
time.
Gray's having a rough day. I remember, I've to this day never watched Passion of the Christ. When it came out, I was like a hardcore Christian too, so I'm surprised. But I remember,
the only reason I watched it was because I think it was, I didn't know, I didn't go see movie theaters. I don't think I really want to. It was like something playing at my grandparents' house at like Thanksgiving or something.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like I was like, let's fucking watch Jesus get fucked. Like,
I would never watch it in a movie theater. I don't think I could watch that movie hard.
That was the big appeal with the thing, was like at the time it was like nobody had ever dared to like realistically depict what it said happened to Jesus in the Bible. So that's why like people were having fucking heart attacks and shit in the theaters watching this movie. And you watch it by today's standards and it's like, this is nothing.
This is softcore.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to church shortly after the movie came out it was one of the Wednesday churches, and the pastor, I don't know what he was, he was talking about how the church group went out to it, and there was this guy named Brandon. I was probably 10 at the time. This Brandon guy is like 14, 15 years old. And the pastor was talking about how Brandon like teared up. And at that moment, I was like, oh, that's motivating. Like he's really he trusts the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And then I learned a couple of years later that during that point of Brandon's life, he was molesting his little sister. So I think that's why he was crying.
I mean, like just from a movie standpoint, like, yeah, I can understand if you're somebody who's always had this like stained glass window idea of religion, suddenly watching what that was at, like this is like when you guys tell this story to kids, this is the story you're telling them.
Yeah.
And I think in that moment, a lot of Christians realized, oh, this is fucked up.
It's probably why they haven't remade it, because like that is totally a movie that would probably crush again if they remade it. Especially with like CGI and stuff.
There have been a couple of like Bible. I mean, there was that Noah's Ark movie that Russell Crowe was in a while back that sucked.
Heaven Almighty.
I honestly think most Bible movies suck anyway.
Yeah, that's been the problem. Is nowadays when they make a movie that's like Bible based, they go from the faith side of it because anything else nobody will even touch.
Yeah.
It's the reason why. It's the reason why. What's her name? Lacey Chabert made Christian Mingle the movie. That exists.
Really?
I was working at Walmart when the DVD hit the shelves, and I was like, well, she quit Family Guy, and how her career has fallen.
Who is that?
She was the original voice of Meg in the first season.
Oh, she was so boring.
God. Yeah, she's
such a boring voice.
She's Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls.
Gretchen Wieners.
Oh, Jesus.
That's so fetch.
Are you the gayest person ever?
No.
Dude, Mean Girls is so fucking good.
Oh, I hate that movie.
You're the second gayest
I fucking
person.
hate that movie. I hate that movie
Fucking
so
love
much.
that movie.
It's one of the most quotable movies ever. I fucking hate that movie.
I don't think it's quotable. I just think it's really well written. I also like Tina Fey's stuff, so.
Her. Do you not know who that is?
She was the original voice of Lois?
Of Meg. Not Lois. Meg.
Oh, duh.
Did I say Lois?
Why did she
No,
stop?
you definitely said Meg.
She quit because she didn't think the show was going to last.
Yeah, I could see that actually on the first season. But I could see that in any, like...
Everybody thought it was just a Simpsons ripoff. Because it was, another raunchy adult cartoon on Fox? What are you, The Simpsons? And I mean, yeah.
I mean, The Simpsons walked so Family Guy could run.
Exactly. Now, does Seth MacFarlane borrow heavily from The Simpsons? Yeah. Who doesn't? The Simpsons have fucking done everything.
You want to make an animated, family style comedy.
Everything's going to get compared to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially Family Style. The only two shows that have been different have been South Park and probably Rick and Morty.
That have been like truly their
Rick and Morty
own.
gets like the sci-fi component
And
to
South
it
Park's
too.
just
So
different, man.
Well,
South Park is definitely there's nothing else that will ever be anything like South Park.
no, South Park takes the cake as far as like true originality with, because even like as great and as much as we love things like The Simpsons, like the South Park is just always like had that lack of fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's like they want to get canceled.
It is, and it's one of those shows. Like I go back and watch from the beginning, like periodically, because it's on Max, and watching the natural evolution of that show from its first season to where it is now is insane. And it's not like some shows where it just happens between seasons. Like they suddenly get a bigger budget and it's a completely different show. It's like, no, you can watch from season to season as thing. Like they do the whole episode with, the bad gay F word that they do that's dedicated to the bikers, and they're calling the bikers that one. Mm-hmm. And from that episode on, they phase out how much they use that word in the show, because at that point it was like, that's our way of saying we're moving on.
Yeah.
Because at that point they used that word a lot.
Yeah.
They've been able to I think what The Simpsons hasn't been able to do because of their network.
Simpsons will never go that far.
Yeah, they're on they're on broadcast.
Although I think it should end.
Yeah.
But it probably brings them so much money.
Oh, well, it's the same reason why South Park isn't going anywhere. I mean, that's Comedy Central's bread and butter.
Do you think they want to end it, Matt and Trey?
I don't know, because now because they just made these deals with Paramount Plus, where now they're making all these specials just for Paramount Plus. So obviously not. I think for them at this point, it's just a matter of, you know, it's an expensive operation to keep running. So while I don't love that they're making the Paramount Plus deal, I also think they're probably like, hey, we want to keep this shit going, and Comedy Central can't pay us enough anymore.
Well, to be fair, Nancy Cartwright from The Simpsons is from Kettering.
That's true. Yeah. I always forget that. Wasn't she just like... Or no, she passed away or something recently.
No, she's still alive.
I thought didn't somebody from The Simpsons pass away?
Just dick.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Doesn't it look like something behind you is about to kill you?
It looks like I'm about to kill you. And that was what I was going for.
That's paying it forward.
Follow the Dayton comedy scene on social media at Gem City Comedy, or learn more at www.gemcitycomedy.com.
That's why he's called Grimace, because when you put it in your ass, you go, ugh!
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm headlining the last Sunday show.
Yeah, that's true. Wells is headlining this Sunday at Wiley's Comedy Club, the last Wiley Sunday Comics.
It's going to be sad.
Yeah.
And sad, but I'm glad it's over.
Hosted by Jarrell Beeman.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
I will be there. I'll be there
be there
early. Mm-hmm. So if somebody
I
doesn't
couldn't
show
do
up, I
either
want
one
a
of
spot.
you. I was like, I want somebody that's going to be a good host. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I had Zane host this week, and I was going to do Nick Osmond. Problem is, Nick just hosted a little bit ago. So I was just like,
Gotcha.
I don't want to do that. So I was
Honestly,
like,
the last one, get somebody who's like closed it out a couple times.
Yeah.
Two hosts is probably the best bet.
do I feel bad I'm closing out? Yeah. But do I deserve it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do.
You fucking worked hard for the last, what are you doing, 3 years now?
4+ years.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID.
Oh my God, it fucking sucks.
Do you still want Shea and I to...
Oh, yeah. If you
Tag
guys want
team
to, I
the-
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we got it. We'll run it for you.
Dude, I got the pregame speech all day. That's me.
Cool.
That's my area of expertise.
You want me to run the light?
You do the rest. You do everything else. That's the only thing I want to do.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to help you run the light.
You're good. We'll split it up.
No, you run the light and I'll fucking cut people's mics.
Oh, yeah.
No, really.
Focus on me.
But hang on. Let me turn your autofocus off.
Most of the
Focus
comics
on
on the show
me.
better not run, not to run the light.
Why am I blurry?
Yeah, because they're all gonna get in their shit because it's the last one, and they're all gonna be in their feelings. They're all gonna run the fucking light. I promise you.
We don't have feelings.
Promise you, they're gonna run the light.
Oh, you mean like you did last night? Fucking loser.
I know.
I mean, I didn't even
Ran
give
the
a fuck.
ran the fucking light on
got
us.
yelled
30
at.
fucking seconds.
Wait, you for real got yelled at? It was
No.
30. I was about to say it was 30 seconds. I was kidding.
Fucking get him off the stage.
No. Zane crushed it hosting.
Everything
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I mean, it was one of those. It was
You
one
should
of,
have him do it again sometime. Shoot me. Shoot me in the fucking head.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a really good show. Other than
Well, and the one dude that was pretty much misogynistic piece of shit.
Oh my god, I fucking hated that guy.
Apparently, he's from Arizona. He's been doing it for like 6 years, and he was talking kind of like he like thought he had this and type stuff, and I was like,
all he did the rest of the show was mope around the club in the parking lot.
did he really?
Yeah.
Why did he mope? Like he actually got laughs.
I don't know.
Not really. It lasts from some people.
I don't know. All I know is all I saw him do the rest of the show was just walk around sulking out in the parking lot, out around the club. I don't know.
He's
weird.
pissed that's closing. He thought he had his in.
Oh.
Probably. Like, I feel bad for anybody that just signed up. And then it's like,
Right.
oh, I'm going to start this. God damn it. I guess-
Yeah.
I had to tell the guy that I was asking you about, Wells, a couple weeks ago. I saw him this morning, and he was like, man, I ended up not making it, man. I'm sorry.
Who was? Oh, Andre?
Andre, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I'm going to send an email right now. I'm going to get signed up. I'm like, it's over with, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, if you no-show it, dude, they'll never book you ever again. And he was like, are you for real? I'm like, nah, the club's closing.
Fucking, dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking.
Closing because of you. Yeah. Because of you. We put you on flyers. You didn't show up. and then people wanted their money back because they didn't get the show they signed up for.
You were the 150th person to no show, and that's their limit for the last 60 years of this
We had
club.
to beat a woman.
Yeah,
What?
on stage in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was tough.
and she thanked us
Yeah.
for choosing her.
Yeah, it was weird.
You could see her nipples through
Yeah.
her shirt.
No, it was
It was a good show.
when he didn't show up, I was like, motherfucker. Like
I went
hate
to
him.
bat for him, too. Because I noticed that he wasn't on the,
here's the thing.
Facebook lineup.
I told him the 18th. I told him whatever day, the 11th, right? I told him the 11th, right?
Okay.
Yesterday's show, right? I told
Okay.
him it'd be, yeah. He never messaged me back. So when you don't message me back, I assume that you're not going to go on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I did
Motherfucker.
was, what
He
literally,
lied to me then. He said he signed a couple of guys up when he did that.
so what I did was I was like, fine, like I had somebody drop out, so I put him on. So I was like, hey, come
Okay.
and like I said, hey, I can't remember what was said, but it was like, and then he messaged me back saying yes, something like that. I was
okay.
like, okay, cool.
I mean, can I have a spot from the 18th?
No, there wasn't one on the 18th. I just messed the dates up. He really signed up for the 11th.
Anyway, last night everybody was good
I'm a slut. I was just on it a couple weeks ago. Why am I being such an addict about it?
because it's the
But
last.
I will
one.
be there.
The one guy who was brand new did good. The guy with the friend
Taller
shirt
guy
on,
that we-
yeah,
Recess shirt.
the recess
recess.
friend shirt, yeah. Kid was
He was
funny.
funny. I just told him to be louder. I think that's what everybody told him.
He was
Yeah.
good. He was good.
Be louder. He was funny.
Alton was funny. I saw him the first time he went up, which was at Jokes and Tokes, and he wasn't good.
It's hard to be good for that crowd, especially if
yeah.
you're new.
He did good. He got him there at the end.
They were a solid crowd. They were like all
Yeah.
there to do comedy,
Dude, that crowd ruled.
except for the fucking misogynistic. Like he was making some people laugh, but I'm like sitting there. I'm like, damn, these jokes are just.
See, from up in the back, like I for real, like his is like particularly fucked up jokes. Like I thought the laughter was loud,
No, it wasn't.
and I almost
loud.
got mad because I was like, I love this crowd that they're laughing at shit, but this also means that people who
Are pieces.
legitimately suck are gonna walk out of this club thinking they're awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's when what was the one I was on there recently? Not this past Sunday, but there was one I was on recently. Did you, or you had me go up the other day?
Yeah.
And there was a couple of guys there who were there to see the dude in Bacon who were truly laughing at
God.
just about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, wow, my set's going really well, but you people, I don't trust your opinions.
Yeah. That's the thing is like if it's just somebody laughing at everybody, like it's great, but you're like,
Yeah.
is this really like a good fucking joke?
Yeah. But then you also have like I have last night where they drop checks during your new delivery on a joke, and so you're like, well, now I don't know if this joke works because nobody was paying attention. So
The look on your face is like this hits usually.
this
Oh, dude.
And then when you went to the other part, I
this
was like,
joke
I felt
never
the pain.
doesn't hit. What's happening? And then I looked down and I was like, oh, Erica's right next to me. There are checks going out right now.
being a comic, that I'm a comic, and we're all comics.
Yeah.
Like the look on your face, that's my favorite look on somebody's face when they do a joke and it doesn't land. But you've heard the joke land, like, even as
Yeah.
a comic, you know,
Yeah.
you've heard that joke 8 billion times, and you know it lands.
I open with the same joke every long set
Yes.
for a fucking reason. Not because I'm stubborn.
I will always, it always cracks me up. 'Cause I'm sitting there, I'm like, yep, he doesn't understand how, like,
I think that happened the last time I closed it out too. I'd have to go back and watch my video from the last time I did, but I think last time I closed it out, they dropped checks when I did one of my openers too, and I was like, motherfucker,
dude. So like, I was
do it during the last comic before I go
They
up.
usually do.
Yeah.
I thought she did because like when I like on my set because well, I saw her walking around, right? And when
Yeah.
she was walking around, I could see like the tablet, whatever the thing she had, like the card reader.
Yeah.
I was like, is she doing checks right now? It was weird, like because I
Yeah.
could see her go place to place. And I was like, okay, maybe she's dropping checks or something. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
Because I skimmed through part of my video and they were dropping checks like 8 minutes into my set, and I'm like, okay, guys.
I wonder if she was really trying to milk sales out as much as possible.
I feel like
Because that crowd seemed like they were in
No,
their cups.
It's
man.
because Erica wasn't serving.
yeah.
Oh, that
Eric
actually
was
adds
off
up
that
too.
night. And,
She was doing inventory. They're having to do final. That's why she when I asked to use the green room, she was a little weird about it at first because she's like I have to inventory everything. She's like, I don't want shit going missing. So she's like, so you can be in here, nobody else can be in here.
Yeah.
So
I asked if I could take some stuff.
did you really?
It boils down to whatever the
Yeah.
owners don't take.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I just want like a chair and a couple signatures. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
They have a bare naked lady signature in the back room.
Do they fucking really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It was a little weird being on that stage the last time.
That's gonna suck. I think I might cry.
I had
about a fucking pussy.
I had a longer spiel planned, and I bailed on it partway through because I was like, nope, if I keep going, this is not going to go well. I'm
Plus,
good.
like, you don't want to.
I think that's why I've been.
That crowd, that like all
They
of, like
didn't
the
want
comics
it.
cared, but that crowd wasn't.
They didn't want it.
They don't
just-
give a shit. They didn't know the club was closing.
I could tell. I could tell.
I think that's why I've been so mad. Other than the Reds losing a lot, the reason why I've been mad the past couple weeks is because I know the club's been closing. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
and like I know I don't go there as much, and I hate running Sunday Comics, but it's like my home away from home.
Yeah.
So I know I can go there. If I wanted something to do, I can go there and see people I want to talk to, people I want to hang out with, just something to do. Like me and Melissa used to go every New Year's Eve for the party, like just for the party.
I will say, I think in time, Brickies will transition into that in its own way because I think it's already started to. A lot more comics have already started just flocking there on Fridays. I think a lot of them like going there on Fridays because it's a lot easier to justify going out on a Friday night and just fucking around than it is a Sunday night and just fucking around. And
I mean, like as comics, it didn't matter. With Wiley's, you just go to fucking Wiley's on Friday or Saturday, whatever day it was
Right.
open, you go and hang out.
Right.
On Jarrell's shows, you go that day and hang out.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's not something that you can do it's not gonna be something you can do anymore.
yeah,
Which sucks because like, especially before we had Miles, like I would just go to Wiley's just to go to Wiley's. Like,
yeah, I found myself doing that a lot in the last year.
oh yeah,
just because it's something to do. I know I'm going to see people I'm friends with that I love to death. That I'm going to be like, I'm going to have, and it's going to be comic talk. There's going to be stupid fucking conversations, just stupidness or wildness.
Sitting at the bar listening to Ray and Jesse just wax poetic for fucking an hour and a half about nothing and everything.
That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And you're not going to I'm not going to have that anymore. And I know there's some people like I'll never see again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's the hard part too. Like there's comics every single year I go to see because I'm friends with,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll probably never see Derek again. I might never see Stuart again unless they're close in town. And Derek only comes up here to do like Wiley's because it's the only place locally that books him.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know.
I wonder if it would be prudent of you to, like, with Stuart and Derek especially, like trying to get them plugged into Kevin.
Well, I'm
Seeing if
sure
they can-
Kevin's probably gonna reach out to Stuart and so forth. I mean, I talked to.
But I also think, kind of like with Jeff Leeson, I think having you as, like, rather than then it's not just Kevin, the other club owner.
Yeah.
Hey, our competition's closing. You want to come
Yeah.
do shows here?
Kevin's
yeah.
also having a hard time with that.
He is, yeah. 'Cause
Kevin's like-
he's got to worry about the budget.
Well, no, he didn't want to post about them winning
Oh, I know.
because he's like, I don't want to post about it, acting like I'm like digging in their like. spit.
Dayton Daily News.
He won. Ricky's won.
Yeah, Bricky's won.
Over the.
Oh, that's right. So
fiber?
you're not on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot
Yeah.
you're not on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, they won.
They won. He's known for a bit, and then he told me ages ago. I just haven't told anybody, but he didn't want to post about it until after Wiley's closed. But
Word.
Dayton Daily News posted about it on Friday, publicly. So
Because to him, he's like, because he even said this is why Kevin's a good guy. So I was talking to him the other day, Friday, when I showed up randomly.
yeah,
there.
yeah. Mike Wells showed up at an open mic.
Yeah. He said that he thought about buying Wiley's. He did, like, to do both clubs. He thought about it for a
Wow.
second.
Holy shit!
Like, he thought about it. I don't know how serious he was, but he thought, anybody could think about anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they like have his and Wiley's because it's one less group for comics to perform. It's a great club. It's great. It's just everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And then he didn't do it, but I was like, but he thought about it. And that's when you can tell he's a good person because it wasn't about his club making money. It was about keeping the club for comics. Yeah. I was like, that's like, Kevin, that's why you're a good person, is because you could care less about the money. You wanted to do that for the comics in the sense that like, hey, like we still have a place. Like
Still have the community.
even though them getting rid of them going out of closing out is going to help your bottom line.
It is ultimately because they're going to want to come to his place.
Yeah.
They're going to have many other places to go either.
Wednesday, September 18th, the Three Mics have a real big surprise. We're coming to Columbus, Ohio, to the Attic Comedy Club. The show is at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets at theatticcomedy.com. See you there. My dad gave me this bottle of Maker's Mark. He was like, your mom and I tried this. We didn't like the way it tasted. We thought it tasted funny.
Really? It's Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
Of course it did. It's the whole, you don't drink it because it tastes good.
Well, my dad's like a whiskey connoisseur, honestly, and so I was surprised to hear him say that. But he also still can't taste shit after like COVID. He hasn't been able to smell or taste anything in like 4 years.
Really?
It's the only time he's ever opened up about his mental health to me. He was like, son, I got to be honest with you. I've been through some shit, but not being able to taste and smell stuff. Like I went to my doctor and talked to him about depression. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Dad, you killed people.
Dude,
You got your legs blown off and fucking smell and taste?
He had all this shit happen, but smell and taste that you're really mad about. Like, that broke you. That's breaking you.
That was definitely when I had
Don't
COVID.
get pizza.
Well, like, I can't know if I would empathize with them or not because, like, that sounds really shitty.
It would be really shitty not to be able to taste. Like, everything just tastes the same or nothing. Just it tastes like, I assume, gray.
Dude, I went 2 weeks without it. Like, I didn't have taste or smell.
My taste or smell went away for like 2 days.
Mine was gone for a bit. That was the part that really crushed me. It only happened the first time I had it, but that was the time where like everything else at that point was like, okay, fucked up head cold, but I can power through that. It was when suddenly the one thing I had to keep me going, which was eating good food. I was making breakfast and I was like,
what's going on?
I opened up my like jar of like black pepper and went, nope, nothing.
That's how I found out. I tried to smell cayenne pepper and I was like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I already knew that I couldn't taste anything, but just for shits and grins, I took a fucking huge tablespoon glop of mayonnaise. Just fucking straight mayonnaise.
Nothing.
I think I got a video of it somewhere.
Which already doesn't taste like much.
The closest thing I got, we had these, I forget what kind of chips they were. I think they were Pringles, but they were some form of like really spicy Pringles. And I would eat them. I could feel the hotness, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I could not taste anything.
Yeah, if I would eat or drink something that was particularly like salty or sour, I would get like the almost like the sting or the tingle from it, but I couldn't actually taste it. So I found myself like over seasoning shit, or like I would take shots of bourbon and I'd get the burning sensation, but I wouldn't taste it. I was like, okay, cool. Fuck.
This is shitty.
This sucks.
I have like a I don't know, an addictive relationship with food. So like
Same.
I don't think it would bother me that much not being able to taste, because I really wish I could see food as just like sustenance and not like
Something
the way I
crave.
see it, where I'd fucking overeat and eat my feelings with it. But I don't know, 4 years without being able to taste that would really suck.
Did you taste anything?
Nothing.
Jesus. That happened to a lot of people though. Like it burned out their senses completely. Some people still have like I still have like short-term memory issues and stuff. Like I do not have the recall like I used to. And I still have my senses of taste and smell, but my sinuses haven't quite been the same ever since, for sure. But I also had it 3 times. So
I want to know if I've had it multiple times. I didn't know because like
that's true.
happened.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, it's just the sinuses.
Yeah.
Like I just to the point to where it's like it doesn't like it wasn't like the first time. First time I actually got like body aches and chills for like a day, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's how like most movie and TV sets are nowadays. It's like you get tested every day. If you leave set, you get tested when you come. Like if you leave for lunch, you get tested when you come back. Like they test constantly. They have to because it's just it can spread too quickly. So
interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was only the sense of smell and taste. That's all I had for a little bit. That's literally it.
For you watching this, this is recorded in 2024. We are not.
Yeah.
We're not like, you know.
Yeah.
November of 2020.
This just came up. This just came up. Yeah. This was not. This is not like a lost
Vander's dad's
footage.
Depressed.
Oh yeah. My dad's sad as fuck. Remember COVID?